Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Love and Entertainment. I am back with
Jesse Byrne the third.
and we're finally doing our part 3 of Sinners because I didn't think, we had to split that up because we were talking for a really long time. But we're finally on to part 3 where we're talking about, finally the middle and the ending a little bit. And yeah. Okay, before we start, firstly, we gotta remember blue is smoke and red is stack.
Yes.
Blue is smoke, red is stack. Yeah. I wrote it down just because I knew I was gonna mess it up. Anyway.
It's just a good day.
Anyways, so where we left off was, we were talking about how Mary was white passing and all this other stuff. So now we're finally getting to, because I feel like in this point in the movie, after we were talking about that, we were going to talk about how music is a spiritual gateway, right? Because when Preacher Boy was doing his whole thing, he was like, basically, he was singing music like there was, all different races and all different cultures and traditions dancing and stuff. And it was literally my favorite part of the movie because it was such a powerful thing. And it was just so cool to see like it wasn't even just us. It was like there was Chinese tradition, there was African tradition, like with the the hoods and the dancing and stuff like that. So
that one of the people, I won't say costume, but it scared me. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah,
it looked scary.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, when they were dancing and their culture and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I was saying that his music is like a spiritual channel that opens doors between the natural and the supernatural world, which is why Remick found it. Because I remember you were asking me why can Remick see, what was going on?
Not see, but
like that.
It was more of why did he want Preacher Boy more specifically? And other things like either though he could have gone to anybody else. How does his music stand out than other people?
I think it's because his music, it's like literally it's generation. Like it brings out, because I feel like then especially in those times, music was such a powerful thing because the slaves, all they could do was sing. Like literally, when you watch, especially when they make movies about it, all they're doing is they sing to get through it. Like they sing to get through their pain and stuff like that. And so I feel like Preacher Boy, his music was it's like something you could feel. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean. It's kind of like when it comes to church music, R&B,
yeah.
rap. It's like, ooh, this song, it hit my soul. Made me feel away. It's like,
and it made them because I feel like Remick, I was gonna talk about this later, but I feel like Remick can't, what did I say? He can't survive without, forgot. It's like he can't survive without, somebody else's, hope. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. He can't, I don't know, he can't survive without other people, without, using other people. You know what I mean? And so the reason that he found Preacher Boy was because his music gave other people hope. He was the person who bring everybody together,
giving them that sort of freedom, kind of like what Stack said. These folks are here to have fun and live a weekend or a day just free from all the work and harsh labor and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it brings, it's giving the beliefs that music has the power to summon spirits and bring them here to celebrate freedom or whatever together. How you said in church, it's easier, you feel it in your spirit, you feel the holiness in you, type of thing.
I know what you mean. That's also with other music. Not trying to get off a little bit. It's kind of with some rap, in today's era, because it's more I don't want to say the word, but it's it makes you feel a certain type of way. People get more aggressive and violent than to R&B or some other kind of music. Kind of makes you chill. It makes you want to just sit down.
Yeah, be happy or cry or like all those other types of emotions.
So I was like, that's something you could compare to Preacher Boy's music. It's like, it's chill. It could uplift your spirits. But at the same time, with his music, it's also storytelling. Like when he was in the Juke Joint and he was talking about, what's that song? I Lied to You. It's all real, but it's storytelling. And that's how I feel like that's how it touches the soul for other people, because it brings them together. So I can relate to this. Like, of course, we all have something to do with some certain part of the song if you kind of listen to it. So I feel like that's why I would say Remick.
That's what it is. I remember I wrote it down. It's without coercion, Remick is nothing. Like Sammy can turn others without manipulation. Like that's what I was trying to say. Remick, he needs to manipulate people to be able to turn them. Like with
beginning of the movie.
Yeah, like with Mary, Mary.
No, Mary is.
Who is what is her name?
The one in the beginning?
No. The girl, not Annie. The other one who's like mixed and what's her face? Mary. It is Mary. I know what I'm talking about. Mary. Like with Mary, like she was the reason that they got to her before they got to everybody else in the juke joint was because she like her mom died. And so they were able to manipulate her having her mom died to being able to like take her. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like them with Remick with the people with the KKK that he went into their house, like he was able to, be like, hey, like, let me into your house and I can, help you, that type of thing. Like, without that, he is nothing. That's why he needs to, for somebody to say, let me in to be able to come into the house. That type of thing. But Sammy, like, he can turn people's soul without having to convince them. Like, they just want to be they just feel his music and just want to be there type of thing. That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say.
When Remick turned everybody into a vampire and they was dancing, he was singing his Irish funk. No cap, it was kind of hard. I was kind of jamming to it, even though he's the bad guy. It was cool.
That's what everybody said.
He did his little
1-2.
What's it called? What did I call it? I call it like the Irish shuffle.
Oh yeah.
That's what I called it. I was like, he did his little Irish shuffle. I was like, that was kind of hard. I said, I'm gonna try that. I'm like, the music and everything, it was cool. She got mad at me when I said that.
Because that's so terrible. Like, we're not supposed to like that. Like,
it's just some. Like, come on.
Yeah, with like generational, stuff.
You trying to make me feel bad about it?
Yes! It's wrong.
Hey, at the end of the day, it was good. It was fun. But let's talk about.
Oh, wait. Before that, there's two things I wanted to talk about real quick. I did find out that the story was it's the story of Robert Johnson. And basically, he met the devil at the crossroads and sold his soul to master the guitar, which is where Preacher Boy comes in, right? Mm-hmm. And like, I feel like they did that really well because in the end, he's old and like it's literally the story of him. And then the other thing was that when the Irish vampires when they sing Pick Poor Robin Clean, it was originally sung by a black woman named Belle Baker, and then re-recorded, obviously, throughout the years. But, like, I seen somewhere that it was, like, a mask. Like, they're wearing... Like, them singing that song was like them wearing black people as, like, a mask.
Kind of like brownie points. They try to say, like, I got black friends, you know how it is in today? Like, I got black friends, I got this.
So why wouldn't, like, especially when they were, like, why wouldn't, like, when they were singing it to, Smoke and Stack and Annie and all of them at the door before they were like, nah, y'all can't come in. They were like, are y'all KKK? And they were like... I'm like, me? No, we're just some people from, out over yonder. Like, we would never do anything like that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's that type of thing. What?
As the song plays.
No, but like I just thought it was interesting. Like they're literally wearing black culture as a costume to be like, hey, like basically the coercion thing. Like they're trying to make them trust them when it's like, hey, like we would never do anything like that, you know, type of thing. So I thought that was really interesting too.
Sorry, I had a brain fart. I'm gonna say just an interesting fact. I have a friend. I know we're off the topic, but I have a student on campus, a friend of mine. Her name is Heaven Thomas. And her brother is Percy Bell, and he played the stunt double for Michael B. Jordan as well. And music. I know, it was pretty cool when I heard that. I was like, dang, all these people I know.
I want to meet Michael B. Jordan. No? Okay, I'm sorry.
He actually is like my half brother.
Whatever. You wish.
I'm not lying. It's the truth.
Anyway.
Do I look like a guy that would lie?
Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about when those vampires were coming into the juke joint.
Oh, I hated Grace. She got on my nerves.
Hate's a strong word.
Okay, I'm sorry. We very dislike Grace because why would she do that? I feel like she was very selfish to be like come in. Like, first of all, she did all that just to die.
She was the first one to die.
Literally the first one to die. She did all of that just to die. Like, she didn't. Like, if you're gonna do all that, at least fight and, you know, live. You know what I mean? She literally, like, went for it and just died. Like, she told all of them to come in. Like, they could have waited till the morning. You know, she could have grabbed her kid and then, because she was saying, like, if y'all did it, like, the first, if it was, like, the first, no, she was saying that, like, the first, after that night, sorry, if they stayed in there for after that night, the vampires would have came back, which is true, but she would have also been able to get her kids before, she would have been able to get her kids, grab them, keep them in at night before the vampires came back.
But if you think about it, it's kind of what the devil does, mass manipulation. Remick manipulated her, manipulated her through her husband as well. How he could read into his thoughts, so whatever.
And he spoke Chinese and stuff.
Spoke Chinese.
That was crazy.
That was that was a little freaky.
But I don't know. But I just feel like it was stupid because now she did all of that, and now nobody's alive to like watch their kids.
But you gotta remember, she's a mother, so
I understand.
You gotta have some grace for Grace because it's like that's my baby. I know I gotta have some grace for Grace, but you have to remember she's a mother, so like once they brought up the daughter, that's all she could think about. So she wasn't thinking about anything else. Because when you're in full mom mode or dad mode, you're not going to think of nothing else but your kid. And I
understand that. But if she's going to do all that, don't die.
But they could
and also, they literally... But they didn't.
But like at night.
They didn't, though. Like, they were literally waiting for them to come... Because Remick knew that she was going to do that. They were waiting for them to come out. If they wanted to go to the... First of all, if they wanted to go to the town, they would have. But they didn't. They were here. Now, it'd be different if he was like, okay, go to the town, go get them. You know what I mean?
But the fact they didn't say that spot, because he shares the same thoughts as him, and they both live at the same place. So
no, I'm saying, but like, if they would have waited it out, because after that whole fight, after they fought, the sun was coming up. Like, they really only it looked like they really only waited like an hour before the sun actually came up.
Yeah.
Because the fight couldn't have been more than like an hour long, right? Meaning that if they would have waited an hour, they could have got there. Because if you think about it, if they were waiting an hour, they still have to get to the town before sunrise and then kill her and ask her to open the door and do all of that before they could actually kill her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, she probably would have opened the door for her dad, but like still, like, I feel like they couldn't have done all that before the sunrise, especially if it was about to rise. Because I feel like, right, okay, here's my thought process, right? If they were going to do that, they would have waited 30 minutes before they're like, okay, they're not going to open the door for us. Let's go for the town. Mm-hmm. That's still 30 minutes. They have to drive all the way over there.
Drive? They could fly.
Okay, fly all the way over there. Still, they still have to fly all the way over there, you know, get to the rest of the town, coerce her to, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would take a lot more time. And if they were going to do that, they would have already did it. Because I feel like they had a feeling if if they were smart and had just stood there and would have waited, like they could have made them not go to the town.
I feel like at the same time, as you said, of course, like they could have gone to the town, but I think the reason they also stayed and one of them is because just like Preacher Boy was the one that they really wanted. But at the same time, when when Smoke killed his wife or baby mama, I don't know, they were upset. I think Mary ran off, Stack held her back. So that shows you that the main target is Preacher Boy, but everybody else that's also in there that's protecting Preacher Boy also has some significance for Remick as well.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because they got very upset when Smoke's wife died. So
yeah, that's true. Literally, because I feel like Annie dying almost brought back Mary, because she was like no, like
brought some life back into her. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, type thing.
But
Oh,
Smoke, he didn't
also
have the whole vision.
another thing we wanted to talk about: Remick repeating back the prayer.
Oh yes.
Because it's basically saying, like, even the devil knows our weaknesses, our temptations, and all those other types of
I'm
things.
finna get into full preacher mode right
We
here.
don't got time for all of that.
I know we don't have time for all that. But yeah, basically like what you said, he knows all of our prayers. He knows just our temptations and different things, just like God knows. The same thing is kind of like what I was taught at church, as in, if you was to die today, what will you tell God? Oh, I read the Bible, I said my prayers. Well, the devil knows the Bible. The devil knows prayers. He knows how to pray at the same time. It's like, what is it more about? I feel like for viewers watching the movie, for some people who probably don't have a relationship, I know people probably here in relationship, in religion, different things like that, but I lost my spot a little bit. But I'll say it's more of, like, anybody can be a Christian, anybody can know the gospel, but do they live by it? That's why it's in the word it says, know them by their fruits.
Right.
Then you see other people who actually live by it, have a relationship, and actually live their life accordingly to the Bible. Of course, we're not perfect. Christianity is not about being perfect, but it's more about denying yourself and following Jesus. And I felt like that's what kind of, you could probably see the fear in Preacher's Boy's eyes when Remick was saying the same thing with the prayer. So that kind of probably made him lose a little bit of faith. But if you stay strong on that and know that there's more to than just knowing the verses and prayers and reading the Bible, that is actually very strong. I'm trying to make it short, but this is really strong.
Yeah, there's just so much more that we have to get through. But, like, basically, what are your, like, final thoughts?
My final thoughts?
Yeah.
The movie was 10 out of 10.
I feel like it's like a very generational type of movie, and I know that he was trying to make I know that he was going to make a second one, but everybody was like, no, like, leave it as it is, because it really is such a powerful movie. Like, there's literally so much more stuff that we could talk, like, we could literally talk about, you know, like, the cut on his face and what we think about that. We could literally talk about, you know, like, Stack? No, Smoke. Smoke having on the necklace, and then when he took it off, he finally died. Like, that's when he died, like, from the KKK. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much other things that we could talk about, and I feel like that's why it's such a good movie, because it's up to the viewer to believe, like, what you think is going on with the movie. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the movie Roots, the slave movie.
Oh, yeah,
It's like Roots is generational, like how you said.
Yeah.
But also, like, for me, for the movie, it could play both parts. If you want to watch it as in just, oh, it's vampires, then it's just vampires. If you want to watch a movie as it's just spiritual meaning, you could watch it as that. It could be both ways, but at the same time, that movie shows both parts. It's just very good to watch. Opens your eyes to a new world, showing you that not everybody you call your friend is your friend. Some people are just a snake in disguise.
Right.
Different things like that. But I feel like it teaches life lessons. It's kind of like the one thing I could say was Smoke and Snack. You see that brotherly love. I have a younger brother, and I kind of seen that. I'm like, damn, like, they act just like us. Like we have each other's backs all the time, even if we're on bad terms or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, bad terms is probably like for like 5 seconds, but we always have each other's back.
I don't have any siblings, so I don't know what that's like. But I do understand because I have cousins who are like my brothers, so like I understand that type of thing.
But it's a very good movie. I'll watch it like every chance I get.
I know, I've seen it like 5 times. I love this movie so bad. It's one of my favorite movies.
I only saw it twice.
I've seen it like 5 times. I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, that might be exaggeration, like 3, but that's still a lot.
It's not a lot.
Like 4.
Still not a lot.
Whatever.
I know someone watched
Anyways,
it like 10 times.
Oh, one last thing that I did find interesting is that Sammy kept playing music after everything that happened, which I thought was really interesting. And then another thing that I like is my own thought was that when in like the very end credits when Stack was like last time I seen my brother was the last time I seen the son, I feel like it was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman because obviously, you know, Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick played together in Black Panther, well, the second Black Panther. And then obviously, whatchamacallit was the director for it. What's his face? Ryan Coogler. Yeah, he was the producer for it. So I really thought that was really interesting.
And then what you also said was, the last time I saw my brother was The Sunrise. That also comes off of the Black Panther movie when Killmonger died.
And the sun.
No, you didn't. You said
I said they were in the movie.
But you said tribute to.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know. Whatever she said. All right. I'm not trying to say the same thing that she said, but in a different way.
Anyways, we're like way past our limit, but I did want to say like this was a really good movie, and I'm so glad that I finally got to, talk about it, especially with you, because I knew that this would be a fun thing to do, especially since we just had Halloween and stuff. I knew everybody was waiting for me to do this friggin' movie, and so I'm really excited to do it. And yeah.
Anything you want to say?
No, that's all I got.
Oh, well, I got something to say. If you're watching this in Christmas or anything, happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Birthday, Happy Mardi Gras, Happy Cinco de Mayo.
First of all, Mardi Gras until next year.
Anyway,
we're so off
anywhere you watch this, anytime, anywhere, you're welcome.
Right.
Oh, and Happy New Year.
New Year? Why would we watch this? Okay, anyways. Bye, guys.